MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell went full Stoldenator, filing a class action lawsuit against all machines. And that's not surprising since he's constantly battling basic technology.
It says Lindell TV on Roku is down right now. I'm hearing this.
Okay. Logan, you make a phone call in there and see if you can find out what the team can do about that.
Phone call. I mean.
Come on, Wolverine. Call Roku. Get this fixed. I want to just see him trying to find the number for Roku in the phone book.
This is obviously they're attacking our feeds, but it's just disgusting.
Every time something goes wrong, it's bots, trolls, and elevator ninjas, not the basic Wi-Fi at the Tennessee basement studio, aka biggest broadcast place ever. Select all images with seized Russian oligarch yachts. Yacht. Verify. It is pouring MAGA tears. Defeated former President Donald Trump's social network went down like a bacon cart in Saudi Arabia, and I check in for a laugh, have a look at Mike Lindell's lawsuit against all machines. More Best in Show CPAC footage, and the latest and stupid from Don Jr., Lauren Boebert, Ted Cruz, and more. Diaper Don's Nose Vacuum Runt Spawn tweeted, Biden and blue state liberals destroyed America's energy independence. Now they're willing to pay millions to dictators for oil. What about TX? Okay, and D, what about America? Guys, demand Biden stop filling the pockets of dictators and restart the Keystone Pipeline. Naturally, I replied, you spent a month calling thrice-elected PM Trudeau a dictator, and now you're pleading for Canadian oil from said dictator. You're so dumb, I bet you and Eric get blasted on Silver Spoon snot salt and spend the night one-upping each other over who got dropped on their head more.
Every week, I fly back and forth to Houston. Almost without exception, every time I'm on an airplane, either the captain or a flight attendant will come up to me, will hug me and say, thank you for fighting for us.
Ted Cruz is as huggable as a yellow cactus in a dog park, one that's been decorated with the bags. Embracing Ted Cruz would be like cuddling a sack of deli offcuts left in the midday sun. Flight attendants hugging Ted Cruz is as believable as Melania sleeping with Donald Trump for free. And if a flight attendant actually hugged Ted Cruz, it would be to bid him farewell after being deported back to Canada. MyPillow's CEO Mike Lindell went full Stoldenator and declared war on all machines, reminding the world that he's the drunk guy at the bar that wants to fight everyone.
We are doing a class action nationwide class action lawsuit, the most important class action lawsuit in mankind's history, bar none.
Tobacco, BP, Gulf of Mexico oil spill, Volkswagen emissions, Enron Securities, WorldCom accounting, Tom Selleck's slow cousin's lawsuit against all machines.
More than the most important lawsuit in history. What is it? It's a defective machine class action lawsuit against all machines, polling books, anything electronic that was part of the 2020 election or any election in the last couple of years. These things, it's like a car. If you buy a car, Brandon, you're in a vehicle right now, and if you take a left and it goes right and runs into the ditch, that's a defect. That's a little defect, right? Well, when you have election machines, when everybody votes one vote, one person, when you put that in, it's supposed to come out the same on the other side. And when it comes out different and you've got the evidence to prove it, they're defective.
Now Mike explains a little more about the lawsuit.
Section 1983 lawsuit in violation of the constitutional rights to vote. The relief is all machines, including Dominion, not to include Dominion and others, and including electronic polling books.
A Section 1983 lawsuit is a legal claim alleging that a state or local official has violated your civil rights under the United States Constitution. Defeated former President Donald Trump's social network is as popular as a Kevin Sorbo movie. Trump's Truth Social still doesn't have a functioning website, isn't available on Android, and the Truth Social app continues to fail, not even ranking in the top 100 on the App Store. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, even Snapchat are in the top 5, 10, and 25. Truth Social is not in the top 50 or 100, and there are some random things in there, like a fridge sorting game and the IRS app. Truth Social is ranking at 151 right now. People would rather shuffle condiments around an imaginary cold box and think about their taxes than download Diaper Don's dumpster fire right-wing unicorn wank glory hole Twitter knockoff. It's been a couple weeks and Trump has yet to use the platform. That's like opening a MAGA restaurant, being the head chef, and refusing to try the food. We got rid of a lot of regulations in the kitchen, ended the mandates, hand washing, should be your choice. We removed the time limit on the 5-second rule. At this point, Trump will give Don Jr. his phone number before he posts on Truth Social. And now, Lauren Burntbulb on Fox News.
Work, not OPEC. And I don't know who's running the federal government these days, Joe Biden or Prince John Prince John, but they're taxing us into poverty. Look.
Prince John, Elton John, Papa John's. You know when you see her name trending, it's because she's being stupid. The pinch-face Craigslist bikini car wash reject tweeted, Ukraine gave up their nukes in exchange for promises of security. We see how that turned out. This is why we must never give up our guns to any government. Naturally, I replied, remember, you dropped out of high school. You're the most arrested politician. Trump withheld aid to Ukraine and was impeached. Your husband got an ankle monitor for exposing his pink slug to kids. You hospitalize customers with rancid meat at your unlicensed food stall. I think this is a good time to mention I made these Let's Go Darwin mugs, and they've got my MAGA Tears logo on the other side. If you want to support the show, I have these, some other mugs, and fun stickers, or you can now tip me with this PayPal QR code or the link in the description. Either way, thank you for watching. Back to the show. Bargain bin Burt Reynolds is filing a civil rights lawsuit because Donald Trump lost, and now he's ready to discuss his ridiculous plans to replace all machines.
We're going to have everybody on the same common plan, which is this: it's a certain kind of paper. It's made in Texas, and it says, think of like money, only it's got a lot more protections on there for fraud than anything I've ever seen.
So a slow-selling ballot will have more protection than a $100 bill.
We also have cameras. Who has the best security in the world? Casinos, bar none. It's not even close. Casinos. Why? Because they protect their money. Okay? They protect them things. They have the best camera. They had eye recognition before there was even eye recognition. You know I was a professional card counter. They take your eyes. You're going to casino. Hey, we know it's you.
This guy can't count to 3. Can you imagine him at a blackjack table trying to count? It wasn't eye recognition technology. It was idiot recognition technology. Fox News' The Ingram Angle had an honest moment when Laura Ingram listed what she felt were defeated former President Donald Trump's achievements.
What was happening then? Well, that's when we had energy independence. That's when we had low inflation, rising wages, even for blue-collar workers.
Made up the first 2 and couldn't think of anything for the rest, so I fixed it. Ignored COVID, twice impeached, highest debt since World War II, instigated insurrection. And now another best in show / worst in show moment from Brandon House wandering at CPAC with hopes of finding someone to interview, and he eventually just does this.
What time is it, love? What time is it?
20 of 9.
No, 20 of 9.
20 of 8.
20 of 8. 7-4. That's 20 of 8. 20 of 8, yeah.
And of course, it's a CPAC weirdo that can't give the time like a normal human.
Combined with this camera system and this, it's like a ballot thing, like a concert ticket technology.
Yeah, because nobody's ever faked a concert ticket. Every time I've been to a show, I've seen a couple out front crying, holding tickets, or their phones, talking to the police.
Then when you put it finally up to the internet, there's no machines. When you finally put it up to the internet,
How are you putting it on the internet without a machine? Does Tom Selleck's slow cousin think he can just tag a pigeon with some tallies and it'll just fly them over to the internet like it's a birdhouse? There's my vote.
Boom! Up pops on your phone. There's my vote right there. Donald Trump, blah, 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 blah.
It's digital. It's computers.
You'll be able to look at it, and just like you do a concert ticket, hey, there's my concert ticket. There's the time of the concert. And,
So there's no way that that image was manipulated before it got to you? Ridiculous. I made this ticket in 5 minutes with basic software. And I guarantee you there'd be someone you could airdrop this to, especially outside a Nickelback concert, because those people aren't going to be too swift. I just laugh at the concert ticket comparisons since most bands that MAGA sees are at state fairs, and you can just buy a reel of those tickets at Staples for $10. Just go halfway down the street and sell them off. The son of Bone Spurs is trying to dress like hero President Zelensky while describing his own pathetic self.
Right? This is some nerd in his mom's basement who's never dealt with anything, never actually had any power, never understood those people because he's never been in the same room as them. In academia, they're writing this stuff like it's real, like they actually have a say, like they actually know what the hell they're talking about. That's Washington for you. It doesn't matter. They'll continue to be experts, and they'll continue to get it all wrong, each and every time, unlike Trump, who was right all the time.
Imagine being so delusional that you believe the failed one-term president that suggested injecting disinfectant, nuking hurricanes, and couldn't even make a casino profitable is right all the time. Ted Cruz joined the People's Convoy and spent the time waving at fellow morons and attempting to persuade his driver to take him to Cancun. What do you say we ditch the convoy and go to Mexico? Don't worry about a passport. The Mexicans, see, they have Home Depot, and they made holes in Trump's wall big enough to fit this rig through. Me and you, couple Coronas on the beach. I'll buy the first round. The pathetically small convoy slow-rolled a single lane circling the Beltway to cheers from scattered moronic supporters and a few heroes. Trump lost, LOL. Fantastic. I also liked how they didn't want to copy by calling it the Freedom Convoy, so they called it the People's Convoy, causing much confusion among Karen moms thinking it was some sort of parade presented by their favorite celebrity gossip magazine. I would find this funny if I was a Dem wimp. MAGA tears. Looks like I found where anti-freedom libs watch a geek with hair problems. MAGA tears. Mike will survive, Trump will survive, and karma will prevail. The cancelers will be canceled. MAGA tears. Donald Trump Jr. is a God-loving conservative hunter. I don't see why you make jokes about such good person. MAGA tears. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend. If you can afford to, please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link below, or check out my mugs and stickers that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries. I've done several arena and theater tours with Jim Jefferies, and I have 3 albums. You can stream them wherever you like. Thanks for watching. Life's short. Be cool. Be kind. Take care.